Everybody, it's Joyce here, Shadow Bayou Tarot with a little Anya, bringing you the Tarot Love Tea live. I am going to show you guys some examples of how to dress different candles. So guys, after that, I'll be doing super chat. If anyone has any super chat Q&A that they want to do regarding their little love lives. So guys, let me make sure I'm plugged in. I don't want to lose my connection there because, you know, I got to keep this booger charged. All right. So I'll see whoever wants to come into the room. Hi, Giggles. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. And thank you for being a part of this evergreen, ever-growing Bayou tribe here on YouTube. And if you would like a private reading with me, please email me. I had a little moment there. Email me here at shadowbayoutarot with a little line out. shadowbayoutarot@gmail.com. Yeah, I can't even think straight. I don't know. Do I want to dress candles? Hello. I have to get my little thoughts together here, y'all. I'm all over the place today. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. For me, it's morning. My morning. I stay up all night long doing different things. So yeah. This is definitely my morning. Hey, Mama. Hey, Snow Queen. So, guys, I do have some different types of candles with me here. Not everything I have. I don't have all my herbs out and this and that. I just have a few things out. And it's quite a lot with my little space here. So, hi, Leah. Everyone, I want to say this, everyone has their own way of doing things, okay? Everyone has their own ways of dressing candles. They have their own system of whatever, okay? So keep that in mind. This is my way. I'm showing y'all examples, not all things that I do, but examples of how I do things. So this is my way. If y'all do it different, that's great for you. Good. Go ahead. More power to you. This is me. All right. So let's get cracking. So I have with me my love oil. I also have my personal oil that I like to use for when I do work for myself. This is the size bottle that if you guys purchase any oils from me, this is the size bottle you get. And I charge $25 for this bottle, okay? For this bottle of oil, no matter what oil you get from me, this has been charging. And now it's ready to go. Okay, so this is the size you get. All right, just wanted to show that. So here I have ointment. Okay, this is a salve that I make. All right, when I want to dress certain candles for whatever reason, I'll put, let's say if it's for love, it's going to have the love herbs, the love, you know, spices, and you know, can put honey in this. You can put oil in this, just a drop. If you want to add other oils in this, okay? You can add whatever you want to this. This is a salve. I have my honey. This is raw honey. All right. I have my handy dandy screwdriver. I Let me see. And also, let's see what else. I have my calamus root out. Calamus root. I have my orris root out. I have here fennel. This is some whiskey. Okay, Fireball. We all know what we use that for, right? I have turmeric, glitter. I have pumpkin pie spice. I have basil. Okay, this is just examples. Okay, this is just examples. Now, what these ingredients do, these are ingredients that help in love work, okay? That draw that love to you. I mean, I can't bring out everything I have. That's impossible. But this is just examples I'm showing y'all. Do what you will. Anyway, let's get started with the candles. Let me show you what I have here. I have a glass candle. I have two. Okay. They have been washed. Now, when there's a label, before I use the candle, because I always wash them again, I do wash off the labels and I scrub them off with a little scrubber. Okay. This is a 3-inch spine candle. I have larger spine candles, but this is the small version here. All right. I have a pillar candle that I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have carved sigils, symbols in this candle. All right. Now, what you would do is, for whatever your intention is, you would carve symbols, sigils for that. You also would write someone's name in this, if this is to get a person to come to you, or if this is working to rebel, push away, whatever the intention is, you would put that intention here. You could write the whole petition on the candle. It's big enough. Prayers, affirmations, names, dates of birth, whatever. Okay, that's the whole point of what I'm trying to tell you. This candle's big enough, you can do that. All right, this particular candle is going to be used for protection of a love relationship. Okay. Woo. I have one of my skull candles out. This is one type. I have this type of skull candle. And I have these. Okay. I have cross candles. Those are good for court cases, justice, and a figure candle of a woman. I don't have any more male figure candles to show you guys, but you can get these in different colors: green, black, yellow, white, brown, whatever. And these you can get on Amazon. Okay, I just want to let you guys know these you can get on Amazon. I have another type of, this is a taper candle. Okay. I also have a tea light, because why? You can dress tea light candles. Okay. Put your oil, you know, what you're going to do, of course, very minute scale of how you're going to dress it, but you can dress a tea light. Here is another taper candle example. You know, there's just different types, different shapes, sizes, whatever. And again, you engrave in the candle. You know, you could put your intentions, names, dates of birth, your oil, powders. You can roll it, sprinkle it on, however you want to do it. Okay. I'm not going to be rolling anything because I don't have room to do that. So I'm not taking questions until after the money dressing. Yeah, I can't even talk today. The candle dressings. I'm saying everything all kind of ass backwards today. Like I have some scattered thoughts and energies, I guess. I need to ground myself better, huh? So anyhow, after this, I will take super chat. God help us. I can't get my words out right. Hi. Hey, Lucky, what you doing up? Hi, Nunya. Hi, Mickey. So, guys, if I can get my words out right, we can continue. All right. Boom. Oh, I also have licorice root. All right. Let's get started. So, first things first. I'm going to show you how to dress and load this skull candle. Okay. People got their different ways of doing things. I don't do everything the same way for all skulls or all figure candles. I kind of do things as I'm compelled to do them. But this is just an example. All right, so the wax is pretty hard on these skull candles. All right. So what you're going to do, what I do, I go underneath the candle and I'm going to dig a hole. Why am I going to dig a hole? Because I'm going to take my petition, which is on unlined paper. I prefer brown paper bag that's torn, no machine cut edges, or you can use plain white paper. Again, torn, no machine cut edges. Remember, you tear towards you when it's something you're drawing in. You tear away from you when it's something you are pushing away. Okay? So I'm going to get started. And I'm using a screwdriver. It doesn't have to be a hole to china. Okay? And yeah, I get wax all over me, all over everything. My hair. Look, I already have it in my hair, on top of my head, wherever. It went direct yesterday in the sign of Libra. Oh, I got you, Lucky. I got you. Oh, thank you, Sonia. So when you have a spiritual worker who you hire for a job, it is really a job, okay? It's a lot of work. And this is the easy part. This is the easy part. You know, there's different facets, there's different factors that go into creating a working, okay? And that's something that everybody needs to understand. No matter what type of candles are used here, work is getting put into this. Time, effort, energies. And what you're going to do when you make a hole, like I said, you're going to put your petition. You're going to put oils, herbs, whatever you want. Do know this, herbs do catch on fire. So keep in mind, yes, it is flammable. Yes, it will burn. Okay. I'm just letting you know. When you're stuffing a candle, loading a candle, as it's called, call it stuffing it, loading it, like stuffing a turkey, right? It's fine. It's surrounded by wax, opposed to when you load a candle such as this. All right, which we're going to get into that. It's all a little different. Or taper candles, pillar candles, that type of thing. So you're just going to keep digging and digging. And I have a disposable pan here, catching the wax. I didn't bring my matches out. I knew I forgot something, but I do have a lighter here. Now, when you do spiritual work, you can use a lighter. However, matches is, I would say, the go-to for most practitioners. I prefer matches myself. I would use matches in my workings for the majority. All right, so I have a hole here, okay? This is just examples, so no, I don't have a petition and this and that. I'm going to tear a piece of paper. All right, let's say this is your petition. So you're going to fold your petition. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You've done what you needed to do. You have focused on this. You have put your energies into this petition. Remember, this is strictly about how to dress a candle. These candles have been, remember, by this time, they are cleansed, they are charged, they are baptized, and they are dedicated to whatever working you are doing. You are calling upon the mind, body, and spirit of someone. You're going to blow smoke in this person's face because now this person has that spirit, that soul, right? I like to spit the whiskey into the person's face as well. I'm not spitting whiskey right here. That I learned the hard way. It's good to step outside when you're going to, because me, with my messy self, let me just say it, that's not a neat way to do it, and it gets everywhere. Okay? I know I get soaking wet. That's just me because you do it more than once. I do it 3 times. That's just me. Okay, so by now, this is what you should have done. We're not getting into all that. We're getting into how to dress the candle. You take your petition. Okay, you stuff it in the hole. I don't know if y'all see that. Okay, I have the paper in there. It wants to come out. All right, back in. Now, let's say I'm doing this. Of course, it's a pink candle. I'm going to do this for love. So I'm going to take my calamus root. You don't need much, just a pinch, just a little. And you are going to bless this. Say whatever prayer, incantation, whatever you need to say. Put your intentions in this. Then you're going to stick it in the hole. You're going to continue with whatever it is you want to stick it. Whatever it is you want to put into it. This is orris root, okay? Same principle. You're going to put the orris root in your hand. You are going to say your prayer. You're blessing this. You're going to say your intentions. You're going to tell it what you want it to do. Then you're putting it in. Licorice root. Same thing. You can look on Amazon. Mickey, you can order this stuff on Amazon if you don't have a botanica around where you live. Okay? Here's my licorice root. Now, the 3 roots I've just used, orris, licorice, and calamus, are domination roots, domination herbs, okay? You can grind them down into a powder. These are chopped. They're cut up and sifted. So it's the same thing. You're going to bless this. You are going to dedicate this. You are going to put your intentions in this. You're going to give this instructions. You're going to tell this licorice root what you want it to do. As long as you know without a doubt that because you have faith, you wouldn't be doing this if you didn't have faith. You know without a doubt this is going to follow your instructions, that these roots, these oils, these herbs, these intentions are following your instructions. This is going with your intentions down the path it needs to take to make this happen. You trust in the work you do. Now, while you're working, you're focusing on your intentions. You're envisioning how this is going to turn out. You're envisioning this all coming together. Okay? So, let's say I want to add, a little bit. Let me use this one. A little bit of come to me oil, love oil, money oil, whatever oil you got. If I could open my oil. All right. You just need a few drops. You do not want to over saturate any candles, or it will affect the burn. It will affect the wick. You can drown your candle. That's not what you want to do. You don't need to coat this like a candy bar. You don't need to stuff this like a turkey. You don't need to use a ton of shit to have this work, because what you're going to do is you're going to overwhelm the tool. You know, you're going to ruin the burn if you put too much shit And that's just the way it is. All right. So I'm going to use powders now, right? So you can sprinkle it directly in, put it in your hand. Same thing, same concept. You're going to tell it what you want it to do. Then you're putting it in the candle. Okay? I don't find there's any particular system you use, like in other words, in what you put in first. You put in what you feel you need to put in, one after the other. Okay? So now you take the wax, and if you have a soft wax candle, you can usually just press it back into the hole, because now you're sealing this. You're sealing that hole back, okay? So, I don't know if you can see it. Anyhow, whoop. I don't know if y'all can see it. Anyhow, I pressed it back. But if I were about to use this candle, I would melt this wax on there to make sure it stays sealed. And I don't have my matches out because I have the long fireplace matches, and I like to kind of go over that. You can also use those long lighters to seal the wax if you want to, okay? But yeah, the hole is closed up. All right, that's one example. Another example, let me show you the jar candles. So you've already cleansed this. You've already blessed this candle, okay? Now you're focused, again, you're focused on your intentions. And what you're going to do now is take your screwdriver, wooden stick, whatever it is. And I usually do this with a skewer, a wooden skewer, like a shish kebab. Okay. And I'm going to make 3 holes. That's how I do it. Some people do 3, some people do 2, some people do 4, whatever. Some people do 7. It just depends on the person. It depends on what they're doing, what they're using the candle for, what their intentions are. If they have a certain number system for a certain deity they're working with, whatever the case may be. Okay. So there, I have my 3 holes. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my oil and normally when I'm doing this, when I'm preparing to dress a candle with oil, I have a dropper, but I just pulled this off of my bay window here and I did not get the dropper. So you just carefully put a little bit. When I say a little bit, I mean 2-3 drops at the most, small, tiny drops. This didn't drop too easily because it didn't have I don't have a dropper with me. So I'm getting it into the holes like this. Okay. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. It's not perfect, but it's there. A lot of times I'll take my finger and I will speak out my intentions. As I'm focused on running my finger in the wax. Okay. Same thing with the herbs. But what you're going to do is you're going to make sure, let me see. I'm going to use my basil for this. I don't use a whole lot of roots unless they're ground up for glass candles. I prefer powders and fine cut herbs. All right. And what you're going to do is you want to kind of move the herbs away from the wick. You want to kind of push them back a little bit. You don't want too much. I don't know if you can see that. There. You don't need too much. Okay? You don't. You don't want to pack this up. It's going to catch on fire. You don't want to do that. You want a nice clean burn. You don't want to screw up this thing, you know? You don't want to mess up your working because you overloaded the candle. This is fennel. Okay? So I'm going to put just a few fennel seeds. Just a few. Like I said, you don't need a ton of things. Just want to put a few. That's it. And of course, it wants to stick to me. Okay. Now, put a little turmeric. And if you guys want to know what each individual spice and herb that I'm using, what their magical properties are, this and that, I highly recommend get herbal dictionaries, herbal books. I'm telling you, that will be your best resource when you are wanting to dress candles for a certain thing. You will know all the different herbs that correspond with that particular intention, and you go from there. You grab off or you look and see, do I already have some of this stuff? What do I want to get? You know, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to get all of it, but you want to get a few things, okay? It could be as easy as cinnamon and sugar, or as complex as turmeric, calamus root, licorice root. You know, I have mandrake, I have bloodroot, I mean, you name it. You know, Damiana. It could be as difficult, not really difficult, but as uncommon as that. You can't find those things, some of those things, in a grocery store. You can find cinnamon and sugar in any grocery store, dollar store, whatever. Okay? Common things, I should say. If you have a botanica, you're highly likely to get the other things. Or, like I said, go on Amazon if you don't have access to a Botanica. So, this is what this looks like. Is it overloaded? No. Do some people want to put more? Yes. Do they need to? No. Okay. So I'm going to now put some glitter because I love glitter. No. That's not what I'm going to do next. Next, honey. Then I'm going to put glitter. All right, so the honey, I want to keep my working sweet. I do normally use honey on all of my love work, okay? And I also use honey on my money work. You want to keep that money sweet. So what I'm doing with this is I'm passing with a Q-tip the honey on the inside of the candle rim. Okay? Like so. You can see how I did that. I passed the honey inside, going all around. Okay? All on the inside. Okay? And I am a little generous with that. Okay? That's honey I'm passing here. Now, you can do this with oil. You can pass the oil on the outside of the candle if you want. A lot of people do that. What I like to do as well is wrap my glass candles with aluminum foil. Okay? Once I'm finished dressing them, right before I start the light, when I start to light the candles, I get my aluminum foil and I wrap it up to the top here. Okay, so it'll stay in the dark. So it'll stay private. It'll stay secretive. It'll stay, no other eyes have seen this, and no other eyes will see this. I put the shiny side on the inside, and I wrap my jar candles in aluminum foil. Then I light the candle. And yes, I use matches. Okay? You can write your petition on the outside of the candle. Usually I'll do that with these. Okay? Not these, but these. Now, what I will do with a Novena candle is write on the top. I'll write across here on the top prayer. I'll write on the sides. Okay, I never cover the saint with a petition or their prayer that I can read in English. I leave that uncovered as well. You could put some sigils or symbols here. I'll put someone's name here. You know, on these, I'll write all over the candle with a permanent marker. I'll write all over this candle. I'll write underneath the candles. And they'll sit on the petition. Regardless, they sit on a petition. Regardless if I write on this or not, it sits on a petition. Depending on how aggressive I want to be, depending on what this petition is for, I will take another petition to burn. And I will burn that petition That's for this particular candle work. Okay. So there's different ways to dress candles. Okay. Getting back to the skull. This is a big skull. It's a big old head. So what I do with these, okay, I showed you how I do underneath, right? Make the hole, load the candle. But you're not done. You still can dress the outside. You can carve all of your intentions on this skull. You have the room, you have the space. This is when you want to get into the mind of another person. Okay, especially someone, to me, especially someone who's stubborn. You want to get into their head. I know if people that know me are watching this going, oh, she's done that to me. No, I haven't. If I did, trust me, you would have known before this video. Anyway, they would have known they were being compelled by somebody, and they don't know anybody else who does this, I'm sure, as far as who I know. So anyhow, there you go. You can stuff the eyes with petitions. You can stuff your herbs. If you don't want to make a hole, you can stuff your herbs in here. You can load the candle through the eyes, and you can leave your petitions rolled up and hanging out the eyes. You can oil and dress the outside of this candle after you have inscribed in it. Remember, you're putting the first, middle, last name, date of birth, intentions, what you want this candle to do, what you want this person to think, to do. Remember, you baptize this after cleansing. You're dedicating this candle, okay? And you are calling upon the mind, body, and spirit of a person. Most of the time, if someone is doing this particular work, you're usually working with a deity, okay? So you have your energy, your deity. If you're calling upon someone, which I'm going to have to go with, if you're doing this type of work, you are. That's just how I feel. To blow life into this candle. This is all energy manipulation. You're going to use your smoke from your cigar, your cigarette. Okay, you're going to do that. You're going to blow life into this candle. You're going to call upon the mind, body, and spirit. Also, again, now, depends on who I'm working with. I may use rum. I may use vodka. Or I may use whiskey. I may use tequila. Mostly I use whiskey and rum. Those are my two go-tos for the type of work I do. Okay. Dark rum, dark spiced rum, and I'll add another little bit of spice to it myself. I work with certain deities that they prefer those libations, so I'll also pour that into the ground for them. Now, what I put my mouth on is not the libation bottle. Okay, what I put my mouth on is a bottle that sits on their altar that is not used for them as an offering, but for me to use when I work with them. Their offerings are in different containers. Okay. But that's another video. I get off the, you inscribe and then you dress. And no, you don't pack it on, and it's not going to look like a cookie or anything, a cake and all this other crap, a dessert. When you're done, you're not doing that. Me, I like to rub my oil. I like to rub it, focus, focus, focus. Add a few herbs. My roots I'll sprinkle around, flowers, salt for protection, protecting the work. You always want to make a circle protection for your work before you even start with that. That's another video. Anyway, a lot of things are another video. This is simply how to dress. Okay. Same thing. Here we have a spine candle. You can drill a hole underneath here or not. You don't have to do that. You can simply oil it up. You can carve in it, oil it, sit it on a petition. So I have all my intended spices, roots, herbs in this particular container here of ointment. And what I would do is, and you know, some people, when they apply oils to their candles, they go either upward or downward, or they do both. Half the candle, they go up, the other half, they go down. It depends on the person. Me, in particular, I found I just put it all over. I rub all over the candle. I've done it both ways, guys. For me, I get the same result. So that's me. Now, writing on the candle is different, okay? Writing's different. If I'm trying to draw someone in for me or for a client, whatever, I'm going to write that person's name and date of birth from the bottom going up, okay? If I am doing darker work, something a little negative, for whatever reason, I'm going to put that person's name and date of birth from top to bottom, opposite. Now that I do differently, right? Sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, I will write across, okay? I will write their name and date of birth across, and I will write out the petition or the intention here. Just depends on the person and depends on the work being done. That's another video. So, as you can see, I am not afraid to focus my intentions. I am oiling down with my salve that already has my herbs and powders in there. My honey, little drop of honey, a little drop of my oils. Everything's mixed into that one thing. So all those properties, because you are going to make your salve. And as you are adding your ingredients to your salve, you are praying over them. You're blessing them. You're giving them directions, instructions. You're putting your energy into it. So whenever it's time to dress your candle and you continue to put your energy and intentions, you are just adding more and more and more and more layers of power to the candle. Okay? So me, I rub all over. I rub all over the candle. I don't have an up or down way. I've tried it that way. I've tried it up, down, all around. I find for me, I don't see the difference. I see it work no matter what. That's how I see it. Writing and inscribing is different. The types of stuff I use is different. But to apply oils and salves, to me, doesn't I find there's no difference. I find it works either way. That's just me. All right, so it's oiled down. Okay. You know, I could do the same thing here. I'm just going to make sure this is well oiled. Some people just keep adding more and more. That's great. That's them. I really don't like a thick coat of oil or salve. I like a thin coat. Okay. Me, I find it affects the burn if you put too much. And you want to make sure you're getting it in all the little crevices, creases, and that you are focused on what this work is, what you want it to do. And there you go. Okay, let me move all this. Okay, wait, I'm gonna have to move this somewhere else. Yeah. So let me see. You need the spine candle for your back? All right. You know, you guys have to do your research. You know, that's true. Did you see a black screen, Snow Queen? Like, can you guys see me? Can everybody see me okay? Okay. So I really don't know exactly what you guys wanted to see with this. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. I'm not finished with this candle. I still need to carve more into it, but I wanted to show you an example. Like, do y'all find that that's what you wanted to see? You need to research your deities, like Mama Odie said. And you will find out a plethora of information that you actually need if you're considering working with a deity, if you're considering asking a deity to work with you. It's unlimited information. That's the thing. It's hard to narrow it down, you know, because I'm used to just getting what I need to get, changing it up as I go, because I do as I'm compelled to. You know, I could plan out a whole thing, and once I physically start working, everything changes. And I'm now pulling other things out the cabinet, picking up other things, because I'm led to use something else, do it a different way, whatever. There's a lot that goes into each working that I do. This is just the candle. This is just dressing the candle. Okay, that's why spiritual workers say, yes, this is work. This is not for lazy people. Okay, you have to really put time in with your tools that you're using. You have to give it life. You have to give it energy. You have to give it power. All right. So what I'm going to do, I had some salve left on my hands. So what I'm going to do, and I use glitter a lot because the spirits love glitter. I love glitter too. Y'all, if I was 10, I'd be glitterati, honey. Glitterati. So, right. Where do you put them to burn? Different places, Snow Queen. To me, it's work. I'm not about the pretty. All right. I'm not about making it pretty. I have offerings to the deities that I work with, which is flowers, um, candles, coffee, tequila, rum, vodka. Depends on who I have that I'm working with. I do have standing altars for some that they have their particular thing that I leave up there and I freshen that up. I am a staple with the coffee, water, sweet cake, cigarettes. Let's see what else. I always like to have a candle burning. Like for instance, on my Santa Muerte altar, I have all those things I just mentioned, plus graveyard dirt, a piece of brick from the graveyard, just different things I have in there. So all that is for her. So when I do call upon her for assistance, I don't feel I need to add it to my work because I'm already giving her offerings on her altar. Some of the workings depends on what it is. I'll burn the candle for a certain amount of time on her altar before moving it. It just depends on how I'm compelled. So it's a hard call. I don't look for pretty work. I look for work that is going to give me results. And I'm going to do what I got to do. It might start off attractive, but it's not going to end up that way. Okay, it's gonna look like a hot mess if you're looking at it from, I guess, an observer's view. But you got to understand this is a job, and it's a job that you are asking spirits, God, whoever you're working with, whoever the universe, whoever, to help you, guide you. Now, yeah, I could use a little more of that. And no, I don't. Good thing I don't sell these, huh? They wouldn't sell if you were looking at beauty, that's for sure. So I kind of just want you to see the sigils. But of course, I made a mess with. All right. Symbolism is very important, I find. Especially if you're using veves and with certain deities. A veve is basically a sigil. In Haitian voodoo, they refer to them as veves. All right. It's not the most beautiful, but you will get an idea of what I mean whenever you want to carve into a candle. Okay. Now you're going to write other things on this candle and you're going to do the same thing. And like I said, spirits love glitter. I love glitter. You can use the color corresponding to the work. That's normally how people do it. But I'm going to rub all over this candle. And I'm going to put my energies and my intentions into it. I'm going to speak to it. I'm going to give it instructions on what its job is. That's the whole, it all just goes together. It all meshes together. Everything you do to the candle, speak to the candle, it just all correlates. It all comes together to create this manifestation, because your intentions, your energy, everything is going into this. Okay. Symbolism, belief, faith, names, you're identifying, you're giving it an identity, and you're giving it instructions on what you want it to do, and having every belief that it's going to actually work. And it does. In fact, I need to see, I need to ask my clients, because I haven't done this. Like, I really don't do this. Ask for testimonies. I don't. I've had people, I have saved emails from people who have said, oh, you can use this as a testimony, but I never do. I did a work for someone. I think she said they haven't spoken for a year. Okay. The person, the target, lives in another state from this person. And she wanted a love work to bring this person back. Okay. To hear from this person, it was like nothing. Crickets. Okay. So we had the consultation. I started the work. Well, 2 nights ago, this is a month ago that we did this job. Okay. I say we because I work with you. I work with the client. All right. 2 nights ago, she emailed me that he was calling all their friends, because they have mutual friends, that he was calling their friends saying how much he missed her, how he wanted to see her, he loves her, and all this. And that he was going to do what he had to do to come back. Now, this was a stubborn little somebody, I will tell you. God damn. But I was over the moon with her, because that's an exciting feeling. And I was so excited to see it only took a month for movement. Now, keep this in mind. When you're doing all this, for whatever reason, everybody's situation is different. Snow Queen's asking how quickly do they work? Well, that's going to depend on the situation and the people involved. That's just the facts. I'm not going to bullshit you over here. If someone has an affinity in love work, if someone already has some type of affinity to you and they are single, I don't give a damn where on this planet they are. You do a love work on that person to return to that person, You throw something on that target to pull them back to that person that they have an affinity for already. Okay. It's going to take, you're looking at an average. Now I find that a lot of us kind of look at an average of within 3 months or less. Okay. As far as love work goes, as far as the situation, a situation like this young lady, a month and we got movement. Okay. Is that considered him coming back from no talking to like freaking nothing for a year? You damn right it's working. You damn right it is. The only thing holding him back was his insecurities, his fear. Okay, his doubts. But in his heart, he still loved her. He still wanted to be with her. He just kept it. You damn right. So what I did, because I love, I had some oranges left and I made a honeyed orange and I stuck them in there to make sure, damn sure he stays sweet. And I took some, what I call wedding pins, and I stuck them together. I closed it up like that, burned a candle over it, and that's it. You know, I want to keep that sweet. You got to look at what the odds are. The fastest work I've done was less than 48 hours. And this was a truth spell I did about this girl is a Santeria practitioner who was no longer practicing. But her lineage, her family were active practitioners. And she kind of wanted to keep this off the grid. So she wanted the truth about a situation, her and her live-in boyfriend. She wanted to know something. And I did the work in less than 48 hours. She called me saying she got the answer. She got what she needed from him. So now I've done a divorce work. This couple was married for 27 years. Neither one wanted the divorce. The one who wanted the divorce was his mistress. And his mistress wanted, of course, him to divorce his wife, be with her. He wouldn't even consider, okay, as far as divorcing his wife. So I did the work. I did 2 different workings on this. I mean, you got to look at almost a 30-year marriage, okay? That's not going to happen overnight, because you got to look at, you have to separate that couple. Then you have to bring this guy to this person that, you know, he is fooling around with, he does care for, but he doesn't want to leave his wife. So his will, the wife's will, is against it. The only one for it is my client. Think about the energy you have to push into that. Think about the type of work you got to do for that. Think about this. You got to create a situation to happen, to break them up enough, cause enough angst to where this person is going to leave and go to his mistress, close in hand. You understand me? So that's not an overnight sensation, people. Took 8 months. I did 2 different works. And from the time I started the first work to the time I got the information that he did leave the wife, 8 months. He was going to get the divorce. He was moving his stuff in. And on that day, I think it was on that very day, she changed her mind. By then, she had changed her mind and she no longer wanted him. Obvious, well, there were reasons behind it, but 8 months later is when this happened. Is that typical? No. What's typical? It happens when it happens. You just have to believe it's going to happen. No. A person will always have their personality. You're not taking away their personality. They will always be the type of person they are. That's something that people don't understand. And like Mama said, careful what you wish for. Because this man was manipulating both women. Okay. And when my client found this out, realized that she didn't want him anymore, which I can't blame her. But if someone is an asshole, you guys break up, they go do whatever, you call them back in to be with you. Yeah, they're going to want to be with you. Okay, great. But they're still going to be an asshole. So basically, you're calling back to you an asshole that's this person's personality. Yeah, you can calm them down. Yeah, you can do this and that to compel them. But magic doesn't last forever. Do you understand? That's a temporary fix. What you get, what you guys truly get, is the opportunity to have a second chance with someone, an opportunity to see if something can be fixed, worked out, so that you can have a future with this person. You get the opportunity to have this person and you create a life together. I don't create your relationship. You do. I give you the opportunity to have it or let it go. If you don't want somebody, you want to break up with this person, they won't leave you alone, and you want to breakup work done, well, then that's what you want done. You want to get rid of this person. Not get rid of them to hurt them, but have them move on. Okay? Move on to other pastures. Now, if this person has no job, nowhere else to live, different situations, they're not going to be out the door the next day. Okay? You got to be sensible too and logical about a lot of shit. That's just not going to happen the next day like a lot of people want. This person has to get their shit together to be out on their own. Okay? People don't understand. They think it's Harry Potter time. Well, there'll always be a flake, Lucky. You know? Yeah, Craig, hi, love. Can someone do a truth spell for you? Yeah, if you pay for it. Anybody could do a spell for you if you pay for it. Well, you don't want to just get anybody. You want somebody you can trust. Right, closure. It could be a spell on anything. Healing, protection. There's so much. It's infinite. Infinite. But a lot of times people have to understand you will get what you want, but it may not be in the way that you expected it. But it doesn't mean it didn't work. It did work. It means it worked the way it was supposed to work. I will send out the intention. Well, if I'm working with the universe, if I'm working with a deity, if I'm working with God, let's say, it's going to be delivered how they see fit. Unfortunately, Snow Queen, if let's for say you were asking me What I think you should do, I think you should let that person go. There's also something in hoodoo we do call a cut and clear. You need to cut yourself off from that person's energies as much as possible, because that person is not good for you or your child, you know? Well, hello there, fortune teller. Hey, Latwana. So what I'm going to do, no, I'm doing super chat. What I'm going to do, because of YouTube being wacko, and I've already had a stream for an hour, 15 minutes, I'm going to stop this stream and open a part 2. Open another stream and make it a part 2 for the super chat. And, you know, guys, cutting yourself off from people that you love is freaking hard to do. You have to know that you're ready. Because if you're not ready, no spell in the world going to make you ready to let go of somebody if you're not ready. You know? Will you post this? Yeah, I'm not going to delete it. This is a public live feed. You have the new person. You do. So I don't know if this was a good example for you guys. I'm really kind of used to doing my own thing when it comes to dressing my candles, when it comes to, and to try to have a non-scripted, okay, this is, you know, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. I'm trying to keep it a simple video, but it's not, because I'm long-winded, one, and I don't want y'all to be confused, two. This is simply, I was just showing you simply how to dress a candle. There are reasons why we dress them the way we do, why we do what we do to the candles. And it's all about the intention and making sure it goes to the right place, the right person. You know, that's the thing about the dates of birth and the full names, because you want it to go to the right person, the right target. Lucky. You know, my website, I don't know if it's up yet, but it was down because of the server. The server crashed because of that hurricane of last week. And so my brother-in-law is working on that. And there were parts that had to be changed. They changed them, but it still was, you know, not jiving. So they're still working on that. My prices, it depends on what the work is. It differs. You know, it's different for the workings. What's the difference between match and lighter? With the match, you want to use the elements, okay? As far as something that's more natural, wood, sulfur, something that's more, how do I say, not for say raw, but in a way, yeah. You know, you really prefer a more natural light than the butane or, you know, lighter fluid. Hey, Nadia. When you do this, do we, as Clint, what have to do it at home too? What? What are you talking about? You can watch different videos on YouTube, and you know, there's so many people that actually this is all they talk about or all they show. That's what their channel is. It's about different practices, spiritual work, and see what you resonate with. Maybe they can explain it a little bit better than I can. Whatever works for you. Can we pay for spells as clients, or do we do the candle work too? People pay me to do the work for them. If you choose to do the work yourself, I can tell you what you need to do. And if you want me to actually put together a spell kit for you, naturally I would charge you for that, and then you would actually do the work. But yeah. Client, oh, I got you. Can we buy spell kit from your website? No, I don't have it listed, but you email me like other people do. Just email me and tell me what you want. And I can put it together and send it to you. Remember, I have to purchase all this stuff too. None of this came free. Shipping isn't free either. So, yeah, you would have to pay for the stuff. Right. Well, yeah, it would be a little kit that I could put together for you and send it. That's not a big deal. Just email me and tell me what you want to do, As far as prices on my workings, it's all different. It's variable with the variations of the work. All right. So guys, I'm going to jump off this stream, go wash my hands. Then I'm going to start another stream strictly for Super Chat. It'll be part 2 of this video. How about that? Okay, you guys, get your questions ready, and we are going to go into Super Chat. I'm going to shut this stream down, part 2, after I wash my oily hands. And that's it. We're going to roll it out. Okay. Thank you guys for being here and being patient with my not so professional tutorial. It's just so much. You could do different things with this. I haven't even shown you all of how to dress a candle. This is just some ways. Okay. Everything is infinite when it comes to this type of work. That's how I see it. There's so many ways of doing things. It's just amazing. Super Chat is $10, 10 US dollars or more, and I pull cards. Anything less than 10 US dollars is a yes or no question with the pendulum or my rods. Now, this Friday, I'm having a special Super Chat with Clara. I invited Clara to go live with me this week, and she Friday works best for her. So I have it up on community that Clara and I will go live here this Friday night. So I want y'all to know about that. All right, I'm jumping off of here, washing up my hands, and I'm starting Super Chat on another stream. All right, thanks, guys. See you in a minute.